Hello and welcome to another video on my channel. In today's video I'm going to start a new series in which I'm going to demonstrate some programming concepts and Unity concept as well by making the classic game Breakout in Unity. So let's start with our first video. So in this video I'm going to show you how to set up the game first. So I'm going to go and import my assets here. I already drew some assets, just very simple. I'm going to drop them in an asset folder I made, right? And I'm going to drag first off I'm going to drag my background, and I'm going to make it scaled a little bit to cover the entire camera. Now I'm going to add some edge collider to it. So edge collider just is a collider for the edges here. And now I am going to set some points. So for this kind of game I need 4 points. I'm going to write here, where is the points? Here it is, yeah, 4. And I'm going to edit the collider. We are going to start off by dragging this here, and this I'm going to drag this, and then I'm going to drag this. You can see I'm just aligning this with the camera, and I'm going to drag this, right? So we got just one place that the ball can go through, which is down, bottom. So this is going to make me lose the game if I lost the ball. So I want now to make this walls bounceable, so the ball bounces on it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new physics material 2D. Here it is. I'm going to call it bounce. I'm going to set the friction to 0 and the bounciness to 1. And now I'm going to go to my background, to the collider, and add this physics material, right? Now I'm going to add my player. I'm going to drag him and drop him right there. I'm going to call it battle. I'm going to scale it a little bit. I'm going to add a rigid body 2D. I'm going to set the gravity scale to 0, so this is not affectable by gravity. And I'm going to set the freeze position on the y-axis and freeze rotation. So why did I freeze rotation on the y-axis? Because I don't want the ball to push the platform down, right? Now I'm going to add another edge collider. You can add a box collider, but the problem with the box collider that it's going to make the collider on the entire paddle. So the ball would just, collide with this, let's say this part, and it's going to bounce off. I wanted to collide with only the top part of the paddle. And now I'm going to put this here on 0, 0. I'm going to drag this to -4, or let's say -3.58. okay, nice. And now I'm going to drag my ball. I'm going to put it here, and also I'm going to center it, and I'm going to add now a circle collider. So you can see that the collider is set. And I'm going to add a rigid body 2D, and I'm going to turn off the gravity as well. So this is really fine. Now I need to add a tag to this. I already made that tag. If you want to add, then just gonna add plus. I already added a tag, so I'm going to just select my ball tag, right? And now I'm going to this is basically set. So I'm going now to add some scripts. So I have 4 scripts here. I'm going to first off make a paddle movement. So I'm going to open my paddle here, and I'm going to start off by writing rigid body 2D paddle RB. And I'm also going to add a speed float, and I am going to serialize this so I can edit it in the editor without making it public. and now I'm going to get the rigid body component. So get component rigid body 2D. So this is going to capture the rigid body, and in the void start I want the, no, actually not here. Okay, I want to make another float, and I'm going to call it user input, and I'm going to also make the input here, or actually the user input. I'm going to capture this as input dot get axis, get axis horizontal, and this is it. And now I'm going to make another void, which is fixed update. I already said in previous videos that anything related to physics, modifying the player through physics is done in the fixed update. So I'm going to set the paddle rb dot velocity is equal to vector2 dot right times speed times the input, speed times user input times time dot fixed delta time. And now I'm going to save this. I'm also going to go to my ball script. I'm going to make the same rigid body. I'm going to call it ball RB, and in the start I'm going to capture this rigid body. I'm going to capture this rigid body 2D, and now I'm going to modify the velocity by making it vector2 dot up times, let's say, force. Now what is force? I'm going to make a new float, it's called force, and I'm actually going to serialize this as well because we want to test numbers in the editor. So this is fine. So starting off the game, the ball is going to go up. So I'm going to save this as well. So this is just the basic, movement of the paddle, and the ball is going up. Now we need, when the ball hits the paddle, to get the angle and all of this stuff. I'm going to make it in the next video because it's a little bit more complicated than this. Now I'm going to run the game. Sorry, I didn't actually add the scripts. I'm just an idiot. Okay, let's add the first script, the ball, and go over to the paddle and add the paddle script. And I'm also going to get the, now this you need to put a big number to move a little bit acceptable. In this I have to add, let's say, 10. And now I am going to start the game. And you can see it just went up, and when it hit the wall it just went down again, right? And I can move with my arrows right to the right and left to the left. Now what I want to make is I want to make the boxes. So I'm going to drag my standard box out there and put it, let's say, here. Let's put it, let's put it, let's say, here. And I want to spawn automatically 3 rows of this standard box, which fills this entire part. So I'm going to do just simple math a little bit, so we can see that it's 8.47 here. So if I just duplicated this on the x-axis and went it to, let's say, -5.5, and let's say -6 or 5.9, you can see just here it is. So what is the difference between 8.4 and 5.9? That's 2.5. So I'm going to add times 2.5 to every box from those. Now what I'm going to do now is I am going to go to my script. First off, I'm going to delete one of those. I am going to add a box collider to this one, and now I'm going to just this is it. I'm going to also add a box script which I didn't touch yet, and now I'm going to drag this standard box to the prefab folder. I swear I can talk, to the prefab folder. And now I am going to make the box manager script. So going off to the box manager here, I'm going to make a serialized field. It's a game object array called boxes. And now I'm going to go to the void start, and I'm going to make a for loop, and hitting the tab button twice is going to increment it, or actually I just spawn the context of it. I'm going to add, let's say, 8 of those, and I'm going to write here instantiate boxes array of 0. So this is going to take the first element of the array, and now I need to put my position. So as I said, now I want to say it's I minus 3.5. so why I minus 3.5? So I'm going to start with 0. So it's going to put 3.5, negative 3.5, because it's 0 minus 3.5. And now I'm going to times this by 2.5. So this is going to get approximately 8.5. So now I'm going to add 2.5. Now in the next incrementation, is going to be 1 minus 3.5, and so forth and so on, I mean. So now I'm going to put my y, and I just forgot to see the y. The y is 4.49, so basically just 4.5, right? Just 4.5. I'm going to now delete this, and going back there, I'm going to write 4.5f, and for the quaternion, no, actually this is z, so 0 on the z axis. And now I'm going to say quaternion again. I'm going to say what do you want? Because new vector, it's fine. Quaternion, some, it's not working for some reason. I'm not entirely sure here. We got this for loop, void start, void update, and then the just curly bracket. I'm just going to delete this, and 3.5 the sorry, I'm really sorry. There was an additional bracket, so now this is fine. Now I'm going to write quaternion dot identity, and I'm going to just grab all of those and duplicate it. Just hit again enter and duplicate it once more, and I'm going to take 0.5 out of it, right? So 4, and here 3.5. I'm going to save this, and this is just the offset on the y-axis. I already know that it's 0.5 because I drew this asset, those assets, I mean. So I'm going to now run the game once more, and I forgot to add the script once more because I am an idiot. So going here, I'm going to write box manager, and I'm going to add 1, and I'm going to drag from the prefab assets, I'm going to drag the standard assets. I'm going to run once more, and boom, that's it. And this brings us to the end of our video. If you found this video informative, then please hit the like and subscribe button for more videos like this. This is going to be a full series, and I'm going to also make some kind of surprise to you very soon. So stay tuned with me and hit that like, subscribe button.